Hey! Neno hili si hivyo. Mambo ni matatu.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cyrus Jirongo was laid to rest today in Lugari. And there's something which I observed, which shocked me. Uhuru Kenyatta, the former president, attended that burial. William Ruto, the current president, boycotted that event. Why do you think that happened? Because we all know that both the former president and the current president were both in Kanu, and Cyrus Jirongo played a key role in their political career. But William Ruto decided not to attend. But Uhuru Kenyatta attended that burial. Why do you think that happened? And something which shocked me also happened to Uhuru Kenyatta. And William Ruto and his allies should actually be worried. When Uhuru Kenyatta arrived, he received the wildest cheers from the crowd. Why do you think that happened?
Amen.
Asante, asante. Asante.
Amen. Asante, tufike hapo tafadhali.
Haya, tunaweza tulia, tuendelee na neno la Mungu.
Asante sana. Neno la Mungu ni muhimu sana pia. Neno la Mungu ni muhimu kuliko.
Asante. Amen.
Haya, sikiza. Let us be silent in the presence of God.
Amen.
Amen, amen.
Haya, tunaweza keti, tuendelee kusikia neno la Mungu.
In fact, Peter Salasia captured the mood of the moment.
Tuko na opposition, tuko na serikali. Na yangu mimi nataka niulize watu wa Kenya kwanza. Unajua mimi nashangaa sana. Sisi mlikuja na mambo ya broad based. Mimi naonanga huyu mheshimiwa Uhuru Kenyatta. Sijui amefanya nini watu wa ODM. Kila wakati Uhuru Kenyatta amefanya hii, amefanya nini. Mnataka namna gani watu wa ODM? Nyinyi watu wa ODM muingie kwa serikali. Muingie kwa serikali, mfanye mambo yenu, muachane na watu ambao wametulia wafanye mambo yao. Si ndio? Otherwise mimi sina mambo mengi, sisi tuendelee kudumisha amani na tuendelee mbele. Asanteni sana.
And even none other than the ODM Secretary General Edwin Sifuna had to take advantage of Uhuru Kenyatta's reception to attack ODM leaders who have been attacking the former president.
Leo ni tarehe 30 mwezi wa 12 mwaka 2025. Kwa sababu mimi bado ni katibu mkuu wa chama, mimi bado ni msemaji wa ODM. Nataka kwa niaba ya chama cha ODM ni kuombe msamaha kwa matusi ambayo unaelekezewa na baadhi ya viongozi wa ODM ambao wamesahau kazi ambayo ulifanya kumsaidia baba awe rais. Sisi Waluya huwa tunasema mjinga akishiba anachoma siaki, anachoma gala. Wamesahau kazi ambayo ulifanya. Sisi tulikuwepo pale, sisi ni mashahidi wa kazi ambayo ulifanya kumsaidia baba. Ulijitolea kwa hali na mali. Leo hii wanataka kuukata mkono ambao uliwalisha. Kwa niaba ya chama kizima cha ODM, kwa sababu chama kinabeba wenye akili na washenzi, nataka kwa niaba ya wale washenzi niseme pole kwa matusi ambayo unaelekezewa. Na kama hakuna siku, wacha niseme bana, kama hakuna siku Mheshimiwa Uhuru, chama cha ODM kimekuambia asante. Leo nataka niseme kama katibu mkuu wa chama cha ODM, asante kwa kumshikilia baba. Baba Raila Amolo Odinga alikuwa anatuambia kila siku, wewe ni baadhi ya rafiki zake wachache ambao walikuwa wa kweli. Na sisi tutazidi kukuheshimu. Kwa sababu tuliwamulika wanaenda mikutano ya siri kule Kilgoris kuuza chama kwa Mheshimiwa William Ruto. Tukawamulika, unajua Nairobi, Aladwa yuko hapa. Nairobi unaweza ona mtu amekuibia simu. Ukisema mwizi, yeye anageuka anasema mwizi. Halafu wanaanza kukupiga. Kwa sababu tuliwamulika wanajaribu kunadi chama cha ODM kwa Ruto. Wanakuja wanatuambia sasa ati pia sisi tunataka kukuuzia chama. Mimi mmeniona wapi na Uhuru tukidance kwa podium vile watu wanadance na Ruto kila siku? Tunakutana na wewe saa ngapi kuzungumza haya maneno? Na mimi nataka niseme ODM ni chama cha makabila yote. Hata Waluya wako ndani ya ODM, Wamijikenda wako ndani ya ODM.
But the biggest question is, why do you think Uhuru Kenyatta was received the way he was received. In this video, I want us to talk about that Uhuru Kenyatta reception and why it should worry William Ruto and Kenya Kwanza brigades. Before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, why do you think William Ruto boycotted Cyrus Jirongo's burial? Of course, it's all about the narrative that Jirongo's accident was not just an ordinary accident. But that's something we are not going to dwell on right now. In this video, I want us to focus on the reception of Uhuru Kenyatta and why it should worry William Ruto and his brigades. And let me head straight to my first point. The fact that Uhuru Kenyatta was received the way he was received confirms one thing, that nobody should ignore Uhuru Kenyatta factor in 2022. In 2027, the truth is, Uhuru Kenyatta is going to be a central player as far as 2027 presidential elections are concerned in the Republic of Kenya. Where is Rigathi Gachagua? Because I think Rigathi Gachagua should also take note. Apparently, Uhuru Kenyatta is amongst the few leaders who still enjoy massive support across the country. During the burial of Raila Amolo Odinga, Uhuru Kenyatta also received a similar reception, which begs the question, can Uhuru Kenyatta be ignored? Is Uhuru Kenyatta treating the ground, or is it organic? One thing we can't take away from Uhuru Kenyatta, we must give it to him, is that Uhuru Kenyatta is a likable person. Most of Raila Odinga supporters believe up to now that Uhuru Kenyatta was a true friend of Raila Amolo Odinga. Maybe that's why he's being received across. So the truth is, based on the way Uhuru Kenyatta was received in Bondo, which is outside Mountain, and the way Uhuru Kenyatta was received today in the Luhya nation, in a burial which was highly charged, we can only conclude that in 2027, Uhuru Kenyatta will not be ignored. And it's going to be a major factor. And that's why William Ruto should be worried. Number two, based on what we are witnessing happening to Uhuru Kenyatta, we can comfortably say that Uhuru Kenyatta is enjoying national support. And that simply means Uhuru Kenyatta is easily acceptable across the country. Begs the question, who will Uhuru Kenyatta support in 2027? I know Musalia Mudavadi, I know Kalonzo Musyoka is hoping to get the support of Uhuru Kenyatta. But Uhuru Kenyatta's preference is none other than Fred Okengo Matiang'i. And because he's acceptable, it means Uhuru Kenyatta can easily sell that candidate. In 2027, Uhuru Kenyatta was not likable. Uhuru Kenyatta was not acceptable. The Mountain rejected him. Rift Valley rejected him. Even Raila Odinga supporters, most of them did not really embrace Uhuru Kenyatta. So currently, Uhuru Kenyatta is acceptable across the nation. That should worry William Ruto and his allies. Number three, and this is something which is also very important. Whenever Uhuru Kenyatta speaks or wherever he goes, the memories, or let me call it the ghost of 2022 presidential elections lingers in the minds of Kenyans. Why? Because Uhuru Kenyatta warned Kenyans that they will cry in the toilet if they elected William Samoei Arap Ruto. Kenyans ended up electing William Ruto. Uhuru Kenyatta was very unpopular at that time. Then a lot of things happened along the way. As a result, most of these people started asking themselves, Was Uhuru Kenyatta right to tell us not to vote for Ruto? So those people who voted for Ruto in the last election and are now currently unhappy with the president are finding solace in William Ruto, are finding solace in Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. The memories of what Uhuru told them, they are remembering it, that this guy told us this, but we went against him. Maybe that's why Uhuru Kenyatta is being received the way he's being received. Number 4, and I think this should be William Ruto's biggest political headache. Uhuru Kenyatta and the lawyer politics in 2027. You see, William Ruto is crafting a winning strategy. And William Ruto's strategy, consolidate Rift Valley, bring together the ODM strongholds, which voted for Raila Odinga. Some of them will slip away, but is hoping to win the support of the Luo Nation fully, the support of the Luo Nation. But Uhuru Kenyatta is going to Luo Nyanza, is being received like a king. He goes to Luo Nation in an event where the president cannot even attend, and is being received the way he was received today. Which means he's disrupting William Ruto's equation for 2027. And lastly, there is also the Mount Kenya factor. I've always opined on this platform that the 2027 presidential elections will be decided in Mount Kenya. For example, if Mount Kenya will deny William Ruto 10% of their votes, William Ruto's chances of making a comeback to the presidency are going to be very minimal. But if the same Mount Kenya will vote for William Ruto, let's say 35% or even 30%, I can assure you William Ruto will easily bounce back as the next president. And that's why the reception Uhuru Kenyatta is getting is worrying William Ruto, because in the mountain we have Rigathi Gachagua, and then there is also those who still believe in Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Now, if those are the two camps in the mountain, where is William Ruto and his allies? I know the truth is, in Mbere, UDA won. But is it true that they rigged? Can we count on the Mbere results to say that Ruto is currently winning in the mountain? So Mount Kenya factor is very key. So if the mountain is seated somewhere and they're seeing Uhuru in Nyanza being received well, Uhuru in Western being received well, do you think there's something which will stop them from supporting William Ruto? I don't know what to think, but I think that reception sends a very bad signal to William Ruto and his allies. Let me hear your thoughts on this matter. And for those who've watched this video up to this stage, please let me know in the comment section by just typing present. Until next time, this is Makwiny. Bye-bye.